investment advisor firms. The question is, can you use a virtual office address when filling out your Form ADVs, particularly the item that asks you to provide your principal office and place of business address? First, what we must look to is the SEC's definition of this term. Okay, so I'm going to read it to you now. The SEC defines principal office and place of business as your firm's executive office from which your firm's officers, partners, or managers direct, control, and coordinate the activities of your firm. So I think that answers the question. I don't really have to get into this with much detail. This obviously means you don't want to use a PO box or a virtual office address. Now, I understand that certain virtual office addresses actually happen to be a work share space where you might actually be renting an office. And so if you're renting an office and you really are, you're an officer of the firm, you're directing and controlling and coordinating the activities of the firm, well, there is an argument that this is your principal office so when I say virtual office and when we say we don't recommend it, I'm referring to specifically these cases where you're not physically located there at all. You're probably just receiving mail. Mail is then being forwarded to you from that address. And I understand that there are investment advisors that want to be registered in a certain state, and so they want to appear as if they're physically located there. I'm going to point to a real-life situation where that did not end well. Now, this was about an SEC-registered firm, but this applies across the United States in any state. So if you're registered in a state, please also take this into consideration. So in 2018, the SEC filed a complaint against Gold Sky Asset Management, LLC, asserting, among other things, that as defendants knew or recklessly disregarded, their representations were materially false and designed to mislead investors into believing that defendants were physically located in Manhattan. In fact, as defendants knew, the Park Avenue address was a virtual office. They never maintained a physical office in the United States. Now, Gold Sky was ordered to pay civil monetary penalties of $50,000 and $25,000 respectively. And I think even worse than the monetary penalty is likely just the public shame. The name of this asset management firm is now out on the web, and that's just public knowledge now. And so none of us want that, right? So contact me if you'd like to discuss other options that will not create these issues in the future for you. Let's discuss other options that will abide by the regulations that you must consider. Thanks for watching.